Good afternoon, parents. I'm Priyanka Khandelwal Gupta, founder of Progressive Ed School in Pune. So today I'm going to speak about why preschool. Majorly because I have the privilege of working with kids as young as 8 months to working professionals age 45, 50. So I work with this whole range of age group, and I'm fortunate to clearly see the gap where our education system, where it's going, and what are the life skills that are required to excel in life. Now, why preschool? Because one, a lot of parents say, I keep reading, and some people have told me also that preschool is just a waste of money, and it's a big money making business. It really hurts when you read something like this or you hear something like that. So let me address that, try to address that today. Now, number one reason that people say so is that they say that, ma'am, I didn't go to a preschool. I went to school at 5 or 6 and I've turned out fine. I don't think I'm doing bad in life. Of course, you're not. But the problem here is comparing your childhood with your child's current childhood. The world has changed a lot in these 20, 25, 30 years. So it is actually not even logical to compare our childhood with today's. One of the reasons is, I'll just give you one example. Most of us, many of us used to live in joint families. Even if we were not living in joint families, there was a community kind of a setup where we used to stay. So many a times during our summer vacations, we used to be eating in some neighbor's house and then going and playing in some other neighbor's house. Or we had so many people in our own family of different age groups. Like 15-20 people staying together. So basically we had groups of children living together. So that itself was a playgroup. So we were actually living in a playgroup, which is not possible in today's age, especially in big cities. The child is just with a maid all the time or with a helper and the mother throughout the day, not even sees a third person's face. So the social interaction of a child is very, very low in today's age. That is one of the reasons. So comparing our childhood with today's is a bad idea. Also, did we have screens that time? Today, every alternate child is just into the screen, playing games or listening to rhymes or watching rhymes. And there are kids who come to playgroup who are just 2.5 and they know everything. They can recognize alphabets, they can recite poems, they can recognize numbers, everything. But that doesn't really count because you've learnt it from an app. Now, why learning from videos and app is not a great idea for kids, I'll cover it in some other video. Coming back to the point, why preschool? So one is social interaction that is highly missing in today's age. One, because we are living in nuclear families. Second, because of security reasons. Now, can you leave your child, your 2-year-old or 3-year-old in your neighbor's house for an hour without worrying or hyperventilating? Unfortunately not. So the times have really changed, which is the sad part of today's world. Second is, now like I tell all the parents, we're all educated parents in this generation. Everybody can Google and you can actually find complete curriculum for early childhood education. So why do you need to send a child to a preschool? You can actually do a lot of activities at home with your child. I am a big fan of homeschooling. If I had the guts, I would really even do that with my son. But I really don't have the guts because consistency is the key. You may do it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, weeks out of sheer excitement. But we have other priorities at home. Even if you're not a working mom, you still have a lot of work to do. So doing something consistently becomes a challenge, and kids love routine. Second challenge is social interaction. Again, you're just doing it one-on-one. But kids need to be with other kids, with older kids, with younger kids. So the learning that flows between them is beautiful. The life skills that they develop, they'll fight with each other. That's okay. Let them learn how to sort out their fights. These are the life skills that you build. After that comes the screen time. So today's age, every child is exposed to phones, laptops all the time. At least when he's or she's out in a preschool, he or she is mingling with other kids of his age, older age. His brain is getting challenged because he is meeting people out of his comfort zone and learning a lot of activities. Now, activities means experiential learning. 90% of the brain develops by the age of 6. We've learned every basic thing by the age of 6. After that, it's more of knowledge that we have gained. But basic skills of even how to eat, how to stand, how to sit, what to speak, how to speak, all has been learned before age of 6. In fact, I'm attaching an interesting graph that shows the learning curve of the brain. So if you look at it, the brain learns everything, right from emotional intelligence to your IQ. It learns everything between the age of 0 to 4. Maximum learning happens after that. It continues till the age of 6 and it really drops after the age of 6. That is why learning a new language for us at our age, though we are very intelligent, we can pick up, we can learn driving easily, but learning a new language, or we can learn complex mathematical concepts at this age easily. But learning a new language, it's a different complication for the brain, and our brain has outgrown that age. For today, for me to learn a new language, it is a bigger challenge. But if I had to do it between the age of 2 to 6, you will pick up. In India, we are fortunate that we've picked up at least 2 to 3 languages right at an early age. Westerners are now realizing the importance of being bilingual. But we've been fortunate, and maybe that's why we are so smart, that we've actually done it already in our childhood. So language development happens a lot, emotional development, your physical development, and brain is making millions, rather trillions of neuron connections till the age of 6, which reduces to very, very low number by the time you grow. And these synapses, which is the connections of neurons, happen only when you have different experiences. So in a preschool, the whole objective should be to expose kids to different experiences. Learning ABCD, 1, 2, 3, 4, certain rhymes, that's like really the basic. Learning writing is just very basic, it will come. The objective, the main focus is not that. The main focus would be cognitive development, their fine motor skills, their gross motor skills, very, very important. And I can empathize with the kids because some of you know that I went through a spinal cord surgery last December, and since then, my hand moves, my left hand moves, but then the fine motor skills are kind of gone. So it's been 6 months and it's actually getting worse. I'll just give you a view of what is happening. So if I have to pick up this wire, the connections are not right, so I cannot really, okay, it's too much for me. I cannot really pick it up. So irony of my life is I run a preschool, and the doctor says that whatever you do with the preschoolers at your school for your fine motor skills, you have to do the same. So you'll see me doing a lot of twinkle twinkle little star all the day. So there are a lot of concepts in early childhood education. I'll try to talk about each of them. Now this is my field. I have been into early childhood education for the last 4 years, and the beauty of it is that I have trained older generations, and I'm just going down to 8 months and 6 months old babies also. And trust me, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of love and care which goes in mutually. So preschooling, definitely, please don't name it as a money-making business. It really hurts me, especially because I know what kind of sweat, blood and passion goes into it. But when you look at those small little children, it is amazing, and the best part is you are building the foundation for life. Unfortunately, they might not remember us when they grow up, but we know that we've done a very good job with them. So do not discount preschools just thinking that it is some fancy business. Please don't do that. For your child, the early years are the most important years for a child. Make the most of it. Use it or you will lose it. And I will talk about this same statement, use it or lose it, in one of my next videos. So thank you for listening in, and have a great time playing with your little one. Bye.